Good evening, welcome to the first heat of the area inter-parish quiz. The two teams tonight are Clondrohid and Macroom. The Clondrohid team consists of John Kelleher, Joe O'Leary, Eileen Kelleher and Con Healy. For Macroom we have James Kelleher, Michael O'Connor, Phil O'Leary and Con Kelleher. The rules of the competition are: there are two rounds of 2-mark individual questions for which you can't confer, you have to answer yourself. Then there are 2 rounds of 4-mark questions which you can confer to your team for half marks, but I want you to make it obvious that you are conferring. Then there is 1 round of individual 6-mark questions, again you can confer for half marks, and finally there are 6-mark team questions. Before we begin, I'd like to ask the audience to please keep their knowledge to themselves, that the people up here are under enough pressure. So to begin, we start with Clondrohid team and John Kelleher. John, your first 2-mark question. What fictional character is sometimes called 007?
James Bond.
James Bond is correct, for 2 marks. Next we have Joe. Joe, who is the national film censor?
Frank Hall.
Frank Hall is correct. Eileen, which is the world's largest desert?
Sahara.
Sahara is correct. Con, what is the name of the GAA stadium in Cork?
Parky Creek.
Correct, for 2 marks. Right, we move on. The first round of 2 markers from Macroom. For you, James. Who was known as the lady with the lamp? She found nursing.
Florence Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale is correct. We're not too strict with the 2 markers, they're just to warm you up. Next we have Michael. Michael, where did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? On what mountain?
Mount Everest.
No, it was Mount Sinai. Sorry about that. Phil, for you, how many years are there in a decade?
10.
10 is correct. Con, who presents the television series This Is Your Life? Eamon Andrews is correct. Back to Clondrohid for the second round of 2-mark questions. John, who painted the roof of the Sistine Chapel?
Michelangelo.
Correct, for 2 marks. Joe, what day falls on the day after Christmas Day?
Thanksgiving.
Correct. Eileen, which is heavier, oil or water?
Oil.
No, sorry, it is water. Con, how many items in a baker's dozen?
13.
13 is correct, Con. Macroom, James, which continent is known as the Dark Continent?
Africa.
Africa is correct for 2. Michael, how many pockets are there on a snooker table?
6.
6 is correct for 2 marks. Phil, what grows in a paddy field?
Rice.
Rice is correct. And Con, which is the largest lake in the whole of Ireland?
Okay.
Lough Neagh is correct. That completes the 2-mark questions, and I'll hand you over to Tim now for the score.
And at the end of the first round of the 2-mark questions, it is level pegging. Clondrohid are 14 points and Macroom are 14 points.
Right, we now begin with the 4-mark questions, and as I say, you can confer these to your teammates for half marks.
I think the time, 10 seconds each.
It's 10 seconds per individual question. It's 10 seconds extra when they say confer. Right, John for Clondrohid. In which East Cork town was a monument erected in honour of Christy Ring? Clyne is correct for 4 marks. Joe, the maple leaf is the emblem of which country?
Canada.
Canada for 4. Eileen, next to London, which is England's largest city?
Confirm. Birmingham.
Birmingham for 2 marks. Correct. And finally for Clondrad, Con. Kitty O'Shea caused the political downfall of which famous Irishman? Parnell for 4 marks. Macroom, James. What do the 5 rings on the Olympic flag represent?
5 continents.
5 continents, correct. Michael. The depth of the sea is measured in fathoms. How many feet are there in a fathom?
6.
6 feet is correct for 4 marks. Phil. Who is the president of the IFA? IFA, Irish Farmers Association.
Joe
Ray for 4 marks. And Con. On what day do Americans celebrate independence? No, I'm sorry, it's the 4th. July 12th is Independence Day in France, as far as I know. Back to Clondrad and John. What does America store in Fort Knox?
Gold.
Gold bullion is correct for 4. Joe. Who wrote the song The Mountains of Mourn? Percy French for 4 marks. Eileen. In which event did John Tracy win an Olympic gold medal?
Marathon.
Marathon is correct. And Con. What town is built or is located at the mouth of the river Blackwater? Youghal for 4 marks. For you, James. In which country was Christopher Columbus born?
Italy.
Italy is correct. Michael. In which forest did Robin Hood and his merry men live? Sherwood for 4 marks. Phil. Who was the first American president to be assassinated? The year was 1865. No, I'm sorry, it was Abraham Lincoln. And Con. Which bird is reputed to bring bad luck to sailors? The albatross for 4 marks. And at the end of the 4 mark questions, I'll hand you over again for a score check.
And at the end of the second round of 4 mark questions, Clondrad are 44 points and Macroom are 38 points.
Right, we now begin with the 6 mark individual questions. For you again, John. In the Mark Twain novels, who was Tom Sawyer's best friend? Huckleberry Finn for 3 marks. Joe. Who was the president of the GAA? Mick Loftus for 3 marks. Eileen. Who is the American Secretary of State? George Shultz is correct for 3 marks. And for you, Con, which is the largest inland county in Ireland? Tipperary for 6 marks. For Macroom, James, which is the largest port in France? Marseille for 6 marks, correct, James. Michael, who was the RTE commentator at both this year's All-Ireland Senior Finals? George Canning is correct for 6. Phil, the rising sun is on the flag of which country? Japan for 6. Con, Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, but who was the second? Buzz Aldrin for 3 marks. That completes the 6 mark individual questions, and once again I'll hand you over to Tim for the score check.
And at the end of the individual marks, Whereas level pegging once again, Clondrohid are 59 points and Macomb are 59 points.
So it all rests now on the team questions. For Clondrohid, on what island was Napoleon born?
Corsica.
Corsica is correct. Who is Ireland's current EEC Commissioner?
Peter Sullivan.
Correct. For Clondrohid, who was the only American president to serve 4 terms?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Correct. For Macroom, who wrote the book Little Women?
Anders.
Louise America, that is correct. Clondrohid, I hope your pop music is great. What pop star's real name is Reg Dwight?
Mick Jagger.
No, I'm sorry, it is Elton John. Macroom, what actor won an Oscar for his role in the film The Godfather? Marlon Brando is correct. For Clondrohid, which is Europe's longest river?
The Volga.
The Volga is correct. For Macroom, the last question of the night. Well, if you don't answer it. Or if you do answer it, sorry. Who won this year's British Open golf title? Sandy Lyle is correct. So I'll hand you over to Tim for a final score.
And the final score is Clondrohid has 77 points and Macomb have 83 points. And Macomb, the winners of this.